The most satisfying part is this. Oh, my God. How wonderful is that? I'm gonna put this on a plate where I can actually cut into it though, because this has the edges. That's amazing. And I don't even have to clean the pan. When we're talking about making things simple, now all I have to do, really, I can just put this back. Reset the room, right? It's ready for the next go round. Or I can rinse it and then put it back. That's it. Oh, it's so easy and it's so good. Real quick. This is the easiest omelet ever. So you need cast iron or stainless steel. The pan needs to be able to go into the oven. So turn your broiler on and get your pan warm. If you're using cooking spray, toss that on there. If you're using a little bit of butter, you just want to take it, use the actual stick. Doing that right there, that cost me 1.64 grams. So I usually count it as like 20 calories, about 2 grams. But that was pretty cheap. So I'll add a little bit more. Now, I like to just have it smoke and then turn it down. Take your egg whites, toss them in there. And now that's gonna bubble up. Remember, the broiler's heating up, so we've got the broiler heating up down here. While that's happening, now that the bottom is cooked through a little bit, just toss your meat in. You don't want to toss the meat in too soon, because then everything sticks to the bottom. We don't want that. This is also why I'm constantly saying sausage, egg, and cheese, and ham and egg and cheese, and you can't see any of it. Oh, I've gotten good at that. Half an ounce of Velveeta there. Toss your seasonings on top, whatever it is that you want. So the sausage is actually something that Nico made for me. I'm a paprika lover. So let's make this bad boy smoky. Little chicka-licka bam bam. Yum. And now, when it starts to cook through, and you can kind of peel the edge back, you know the bottom's pretty much done. So now I'm just gonna toss it under the broiler for a minute. Now I toss it under the broiler for a minute to somewhat solidify. It might take 2 minutes actually. To somewhat solidify the top. I like to do that and then put the cheese on, because then the cheese stays on top of the omelet and gets all gooey, and that's awesome. But this right here, I don't have to worry about flipping it, keeping it together, doing any of that horse crap. It's just dump it in, move it into the oven, and then we're gonna slide it out onto a plate when this is all said and done. So I'm doing the smoked provolone, just a thin cheese, and then adding a little bit extra of the Velveeta shreds in there. Love those things. Oh yeah, 1 minute was more than enough. So now, just go like this, and we'll melt the cheese. Perfection. Now that the whole thing's done, I'm just melting the cheese on top. When you are broiling, it helps to actually keep the door open, because that keeps the top burners on so that the oven doesn't reach temperature. In the winter, nice little heater. Oh, yes, look at that. Look at that. Now the most satisfying part about this, the only thing I used the spatula for was to check. The most satisfying part is this. Oh, how wonderful is that? I'm gonna put this on a plate where I can actually cut into it though, because this has the edges. That's amazing. And I don't even have to clean the pan. When we're talking about making things simple, now all I have to do, really, I can just put this back. Reset the room, right? It's ready for the next go around. Or I can rinse it and then put it back. That's it. It's so easy and it's so good.